evening, guys. I'm Dr. Parth Agrawal. I'm a consultant in Curio Hospitals treating shoulder and knee, doing arthroscopic surgeries of knee and shoulder. So today we are going to discuss about PCL injuries. Like lastly we had discussed about an ACL injury. Today we are going to discuss about the PCL injuries. PCL is also known as the posterior cruciate ligament. It is one of the other important ligament after the ACL which commonly gets injured. So there are various causes by which PCL injuries happens, which we are going to enumerate. So we are going to discuss about PCL injuries under subheadings like we are going to know signs and symptoms about PCL injuries. We are going to know how does PCL injuries occur. We are going to know how can we treat it and whether we can manage it by physiotherapy or not, or whether we need a surgery, or if we need a surgery, how do we rehabilitate ourselves to get back to our sporting activities or our day-to-day activities after getting a PCL reconstruction. So let's start with how do we get injured our PCL. So PCL injuries do occur with a bent knee, like motor accidents do cause PCL, avulsion fractures, PCL tear, and various other high velocity injuries like falling on a bent knee while walking or running or jogging or jumping. So these might injure your PCL. So the signs and symptoms of PCL are similar to the ACL, like patient has an instability while walking. Patient also complains about swelling in the knee. Patient also complains about locking of the knees if a meniscus is involved. So here we need to differentiate. How do we differentiate that we have a PCL injury or an ACL injury? So here we come into picture and we have few clinical tests and examination which help us to determine whether this is a PCL injury or an ACL injury. We can also investigate with the help of an X-rays which helps us to find whether any bones have been broken. We also do some MRI so that we come to know how much is the PCL tone, whether both the fibers of the PCL are torn or whether only a single fiber of the PCL is torn, so that we can manage it conservatively. Now let's discuss about how do we manage these PCL injuries. PCL injuries, if acute, are managed conservatively until the time when the swelling is down, so that the patient can be rehabilitated as far as early as possible. Now let's discuss about how do we rehabilitate or prehabilitate a patient of PCL injury. So we generally don't give patients with a PCL injury hamstring exercises. Why? Because as we give a hamstring exercise, there will be a posterior pull towards the tibia of the patient which is already lax. So patient won't be able to bear it. So usually in PCL injuries, patients have a difficulty in climbing up the stairs. Patient won't be able to run. Patient won't be able to jog. Patient will feel the instability during walking, during jogging, or during climbing downstairs or climbing upstairs. Not climbing downstairs. Climbing downstairs usually is an ACL injury. So then when we have to prehabilitate the patient, we take a help of a physio so that the physiotherapist helps us to achieve a complete range of motion before an operative procedure. Here we are I'm going to show you a small procedure by a video of an animation so that we come to know how do we reconstruct our PCL through a keyhole surgeries. It's just 2 holes in the anterior part and a small incision of about 1 to 2 centimeter on the anterior medial aspect of your tibia, so that we can take a graft from you, so allograft from the person itself. Now in this animation, as you guys can see, this is a normal knee which I'm going to show you how does PCL reconstruction is done in this video. So here in the femoral part, as the tibial part, as you can see, a jig comes in and a drill is being applied so that we drill the tunnel till the end of the tibia where actually the posterior cruciate ligament is attached. A drill comes in here, then there is an inner tunneler drill which is being fixed here so that the knife comes out and makes a complete hole here. Now as you can see in this animation, the knife has come out and it will go inside and create a bigger hole inside. So that will be an appropriate tunnel, that will be a diameter, so that we can pass our graft through it. Now we have kept a loop here so that we can pass the graft with the help of this loop. Now we are going to drill another tunnel in our tibia, that is in our femur bone. We are here passing the graft, as you can see very clearly, fixing it with a button here, and there is going to be another button which is going to be fixed at the anterior part of the tibia. So here we are passing the graft, as you can see here, and then we will fix this graft anteriorly of the tibia with the help of a button too, that is called as a dog bone button. So here you can see, as we come anteriorly, we are going to fix it with a button. A button is going to be fixed here anteriorly. Now let's go towards our femoral side, where we are going to plant the rest of the end of the graft. We are going to drill again and plant it there with the help of an endo button or with the help of a screw, so that our PCL is formed completely and gives strong cruciate ligament, which helps us to move our limb very fairly. So this was the video of how we demonstrated you that we reconstruct our PCL using a two-portal technique, and it's an all-inside technique, so that there are less chances of infection to the patient and the patient can rehabilitate as early as possible. Now let's discuss how do we rehabilitate the patient post-operatively. We give a posterior cruciate stabilizing brace. That is a special brace, not like any long knee brace which we generally give for an ACL injuries, but this is a posterior cruciate stabilizing brace which helps the patient to keep the knee in the extended position, so that the posterior cruciate ligament, which has been newly reconstructed, does not have to bear all the weight on it. We allow the patients to weight bear after the day 3 or day 4 of the surgery, but the patient has to wear the brace, and the physiotherapy takes care about how do we rehabilitate the patient in next 3 to 4 weeks, so that the patient can walk properly without the help of a support of a brace. But it takes at least 4 weeks for the patients to rehabilitate completely of the PCL. In terms of running, jogging and jumping, we should at least consider 6 to 12 months period during which we train ourselves so that we can get back to our sporting activities if necessary. That's all guys regarding PCL injuries and PCL management. Have a great day, and if any issues, do let us know regarding your needs. We will be happy to help you out. Thank you.